Hello everyone, welcome to day 93 of playing chess every day for a year. Let's find the game. We start as white, so e4. We get the Caro-Kann, so we push, develop our knight. We can give this check, but it's not so good. I will give the check though, to remove the knight, and attack this. If he pushes, I go back. Or maybe I can jump in. But if I jump in, and my opponent kicks my knight, it will be almost trapped, so I'll just go back. Pins my knight. My opponent takes here first with tempo. I have checks that don't do anything. My queen's hanging. If I go queen e4, he can kick my queen, but then I take, so I'll go queen e4, take, and attack the queen. I could just develop my knight as well. I think I'll develop my knight first. Defends the knight. My opponent castles. My opponent actually jumps away, taking with check, which I missed. I have to move away. My opponent's queen is hanging. I'm also threatening to take. My opponent resigns. We were only slightly better in this position. Let's look at this game. We played an 83.2, my opponent was 78.7. We played like a 1400, my opponent like a 1250. All these moves were okay. Queen a4 is good, attacking the knight. Queen e2 was better, probably because I have checks. I should have kicked the knight first. I put my rook on the d-file to pressure the two pieces. Jumping away with the knight is wrong, because even though it opens up this check, nothing comes from the check. And that's actually a huge mistake. Oh, my opponent... What? What happened to... My opponent just gave me a check. For no reason. And I didn't take the bishop. Because I assumed the queen and the bishop were lined up. And that's why my opponent gave the check, but they weren't. They weren't even lined up. My opponent just gave me a piece. This would be such an easy position to play. I have my pieces active. For some reason, I didn't take the bishop, I thought the queen lined up with it. But my opponent still resigns in this position. Because I'm pressuring the queen, the king, and my pieces are active. I also trap the bishop almost. And I can trap it with g3. Well, even g3. No, taking the bishop is a must, but let's find the second game. We're playing as black this time. e4, so Caro-Kann. We get the exchange. Don't have to pin, we could strike the center right now, but I'd like to play solid. Pins my knight, but that's not such a good move. I'm attacking this now, almost. I can hit the knight, but then if I hit the knight just goes here. If I push, it's held twice. I'd actually like to put my bishop on g7. and castle. I'm attacking this now. Defends this, good move. I can just take this full center here and castle. Kicks my bishop. I'll just go back. He's still trying to trap my bishop. I can just castle. Attacks my bishop, which could weaken my structure a lot. I think I'll just slide back this way. I can kick the knight next. This is a fork. He just defends. I think I'll take this trade. I can push here because this pawn is hanging. I want to bring my rook in. I can just push her. Attacks my rook. I think I can just put my rook on a2. It's defended. I'm threatening to take. No, I'm not threatening to take. My opponent can just move the rook. If I could get my rook here. If he attacks my rook, I go here. I'm just trying to win this pawn. If he goes back to defend, that's okay. I activate my king. I can force the king out. My opponent's king is fully blocked off. Gives a check. I can just go here. If he takes there, I can go. No, I can't go here. I could get behind the pawn. Not sure if I'm supposed to go here now. The threat is pushing. If I give a check, he just takes. If I defend, he just pushes. I need to stop him from pushing. I can force the king in here, which is not good. I can force the king back. And here I'm just going to win the pawns. I can take this with check first. Win this pawn. And my opponent resigns. We win the endgame. Let's look at this game. We played with a 69.1, my opponent a 63.5. We had one blunder. My opponent played with a 850, we played with a 1050. We played the Caro-Kann. Exchange. Our moves were all okay. My opponent loses a pawn. This is a mistake. What's my best move? I can just push here with tempo on the rook. Push, after trade, tempo on the rook. Should have played bishop to e5 to support this. And taking's a big mistake. We lose all our advantage because this will be weak. We defend. My opponent made a mistake here. I get to take the d-file. Instead I attack the bishop, which isn't good. What did I miss here? Playing king up. Just to... This isn't bad, but... I'm coming in trying to win this. This is a mistake. Because it's just a very equal position. The extra pawn doesn't do very much. I miss rook to c3. What does rook to c3 do? We take more space. We take the full open file. The whole line goes like this. We actually have a much better position with this. That's interesting. Check is good. Coming in with the king is best. Our position is much better here. Our position is still much better. We should have given a check here. Forces the king to step away, and then we take here. I missed that check. We also defend this. I blundered the e5 pawn. I should have given this check. So this check is very strong. Where does the king go? The king has to move away. This is actually a draw now. Wow. Rook versus pawn endgames are very complicated. Luckily, by playing king f6, we get to check my opponent and he has to step away, which lets my king in. Why is check the best move here? King h4. What happens if king h4? Best move. It's interesting. My opponent resigns here because this is just a win. That's 2 wins today. 2 good games from us. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you tomorrow.